Hello friends, today we are going to learn about the topic disadvantages of compliance as a service in cloud computing. Disadvantages of compliance as a service. As configurable platforms, compliance as a service systems have the potential to benefit businesses of all sizes in multiple industries. However, though these services have much to offer, they have downsides as well. First thing or first disadvantage which is in there using compliance as a service is loss of control. That means when you decide to use compliance as a service to manage compliance for the business, you lose some control over your data and its security. You would not have the ability to directly decide how the data is stored or secured. Make sure to find out how the data will be returned to you should you decide to end your relationship with the provider or with the service provider who is providing you the service of compliance. Then, another disadvantage for compliance as a service here is possibility for breaches. Though cloud compliance as a service providers are well equipped to protect user data from security threats, they cannot prevent 100% of data breaches. If sensitive data is stolen from a compliance as a service provider, you will still be responsible for reporting it. Then, another disadvantage with compliance as a service is distance from responsibilities. One often overlooked risk of compliance as a service is the potential for accidental non compliance after outsourcing work to a third party. That means now you are not working it. So maybe the organization may miss some of the point. You cannot combat forgetfulness and carelessness by continuing to manage your business compliance closely using the tools your service provider supplies. Then, another disadvantage for compliance as a service here is lack of management support. One of the disadvantages of an ethical compliance program is that it requires the comprehensive support of management to be effective. If the members of the management team decide to apply their own version of corporate ethics to the way they manage their departments, then this clash of principles can cause confusion in the workplace. Another disadvantage of compliance as a service is cost. Developing, implementing, and maintaining an ethics compliance program within your organization can be expensive and time consuming. Ethic policies need to be continually updated to reflect changes in workplace laws and changes in the company culture as the organization grows. Proper administration of an ethics program often requires the hiring of an ethics officer and the commitment of a company financial and personal resources. Companies with internal or international activities not only have to adhere to domestic laws in the United States but have to monitor compliance with the laws and norms of behavior in other legal systems and other cultures. Cloud service consumers will be held responsible for any issues with the compliance services. It is mandatory that customers validate the compliance services to ensure that there are no issues. It is impossible to compliance as a service providers to support all the regulations among all the countries. Also, as all the services are cloud based, then there is always a risk that providers will stop providing the services at any time because of low uses of their services. So, end user and organization become dependent on service providers Overall, these are some critical aspects which fall under the drawbacks of compliance as a service. Thank you.